Remember what I said this morning about anybody who says establishment or corporate when they're talking about people, because it's a shorthand that these assholes use when they themselves are incorporated? This guy, by the way, is an established YouTube channel right here, and he's incorporated in multiple countries, no doubt. This is titled, we'll do this and then I got to bug off. So the establishment are shitting themselves. This is apparently on big tech. Jesus, this is 17 minutes. I don't want to get into this shit.
Wants more internet regulation of free speech. Everyone wants more internet regulation of free speech. Aren't you sat at home right now saying, won't someone please regulate my free speech so big tech can get on their job of taking all our money?
Or maybe we want less beheading videos, child porn, and other stuff, and we have to watch for that all the time. All right. He's going to do ads.
Voyage onwards. Isn't it complicated being alive? Isn't it difficult to hold differing, distinct, often opposing opinions? Isn't it all?
Why would you hold differing, distinct, opposing opinions? Oh, because you're selling bullshit to people. That's why.
Awkward and interesting to see people that you once thought were incredible joining the bandwagon of state-sponsored censorship.
Yeah, like you and Russia, for example.
For all but the most powerful voices in the world. Like, if you're me, and I am,
citation needed.
Remember when Barack Obama came to power thinking, this is brilliant, this charismatic, interesting politician who will surely have a vested interest in ordinary people of all races and advancing the interests of folk that exist outside of that centralized pyramid of power. Tech oligarchy, media, big business.
Oh, whatever.
State-sponsored corporatism. Barack Obama is the voice we need. We had a similar thing in our country. I'm from the UK. Tony Blair, when he came into power.
Yeah, totally. Those two guys are exactly the same. Yeah, when Tony Blair came in, I was like, he's basically Obama.
Well, this is going to be different. This is going to be new. This guy, oh no, he's just doing wars everywhere whenever he gets a chance. And the same with Barack Obama. It makes you think, doesn't it, that these systems...
No, it doesn't.
...cannot produce figures that will ultimately do anything other than represent the...
Jesus Christ, look at those edits. Watch this.
These systems cannot produce figures that will ultimately do anything other than represent the...
Fucking hell. Who did that fucking edit, man? Seriously, that's like you'd think acting schools would produce people that could speak better.
Interests of already powerful institutions, but that's just what I think. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, this is where you, yeah.
Bill, because I need to know that you know when I'm talking. I hate the idea that I may say something and you not listen to it. That makes a fella insecure, so as it does. Okay, let's get on.
He just told people to turn on the notifications because somebody told them that you got to do that.
On with this story. Barack Obama gave a speech at Stanford University.
By the way, all these assholes are getting really nervous that these activities are going to broom all the fake accounts off the internet. The biggest panic that they have is the troll farms get eliminated and then his numbers drop in half.
In which he advocated for more big tech control.
Is that what he did? He advocated for more big tech control. Let's hear it.
Our free speech. Let's get into it. In a recent speech delivered at Stanford
from Reclaim the Net
University, President Barack Obama called for more censorship of social media speech.
Is that what he said? He just said, I want more censorship of social media speech. Is that what he said? Is that how he worded it?
They're really pulling out the big guns now, aren't they, with the misinformation? Quick, get Obama out. We can't have creaky old fart-ass Joe. Joe, say the misinformation is a problem. Oh, the misinformation. Oh, no, I did a misinformation. Get Obama. Tony.
A little ageism. He's not above a little ageism. That's cool. You know. Why would he think that we're all, again, we're all equal, we're all the same, we're dealing with the complexities of life, but he's an old fucking geezer, fuck him, right?
Blair,
I mean, just because he was voted for by the biggest group of Americans in election history, I mean, fuck him, right?
These people that they consider are valuable, valid voices in this disc.
Oh, good Lord. Hold on one second. This'll work. Sorry, you were saying?
discourse, for me, are the voices that create the doubt, the criticism, the cynicism, the downright skepticism about.
Yeah, it's basically all Obama's fault. You know what I mean? I mean, we could have skipped all this if we'd gone straight from George Bush right to Trump. You know, because it's the cynicism that I think is the problem.
Everything that goes on in this conversation.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the decisions that they made.
Yeah, we've seen it. Creating the ACA, getting 24 million people insurance, you know, the best thing it could do because they didn't actually have the votes for the ACA with the single payer in it, but they went ahead anyways and got some good done. Of course, lowered the number of civilian deaths. But I mean, honestly, what difference does it make? They're just fucking Iraqis.
We can review the Obama administration now. We
Yeah.
know what was promised and we know what happened. We can't say, oh no, but remember 2008, oh, it was so good. Shepard Fairey did those amazing posters. Let's get into it. I think that they're concerned about the emergence of new platforms.
That's what they're worried about. Yeah, they're worried about these channels. You know what I mean? Like bot elevated bullshit channels put up by people to basically just drive people away from voting by saying, you know, there's really no difference. You know, anytime you get your hopes up, get ready to have them dashed. You know, incremental change is all bullshit, kids. Trust me, I live in a monarchy.
Elon Musk has taken over Twitter. Platforms like Rumble have emerged now.
Oh, yeah, Rumble. Oh, I love Rumble. Yeah, it's great. It's like YouTube, only harder to watch and more narrow in its view.
Now, where free speech is a priority.
Is that what it is? Did you have that tattooed on your bum?
Time to drag Obama out of retirement. Quick, people might still remember you positively. Free speech, I think.
I do. I'll remember him positively. First black American president. Decent fella.
Is a fundamental principle.
He was, I think when he was president, you were making jokes about anal sex with groupies while both of you were on drugs. So many drugs, apparently, that the women couldn't even consent, I think. Right? You made jokes about that neither one of you were in any shape to say yes.
Free speech should be used responsibly. We shouldn't.
Well, I don't know about that. If it's used responsibly, is it really free?
Be unkind and cruel to each other. We should be discerning about lies and what they call misinformation.
Yeah, what they call misinformation. We should be discerning about what they call it, not about the misinformation itself, but we should discern whether they call it that.
But you've got to be aware by now that the biggest threat to your freedom is not you. It's
no, of course not. I let me do anything.
Centralized state authority.
Right, like the Chinese government, or in many ways monarchies, or the Russian government, as opposed to the United States government, which is decentralized and has several layers, including the judiciary, the legislative, and the executive, who all have to work in concert to put forth laws and rules and can be voted out if they lose the consent of the governed over time, unlike a monarchy or, you know, any kind of royal family. Fuck you.
You might do some misinformation. Someone else might do some misinformation. Yeah, I'm also a little tiny bit concerned about the state itself and its relations with corporations and big media.
Oh, that was a cut. It's a lot of editing in this, boy.
Couldn't that create any problems? Oh, no, don't worry about that.
You know, I think you might want to start adding a second camera if you're going to have all these shot cuts.
If we just keep giving them more and more power, everything will be all right for you in your life. Just observe the trends. He argued that without regulation, social media will have frightening implications.
Well, yeah, like child porn, beheading videos, ISIS having accounts. I mean, I know you're for that, Russell. I know that's your kind of thing. I mean, after what you've been through in life, I'd imagine it's very difficult to get an erection anymore.
People are dying because of misinformation.
Yeah.
Obama said. That's a bit of a vague sentence to come out with. People are dying of misinformation.
Well, I think he's talking about like ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. I think that's what he's directly talking about. But you know what? You're reading his words from another article that's already characterized what he fucking said, instead of watching what he actually says and characterizing it for your fucking self. What do you think that the odds are that this speech is actually available online and you could go fucking look it up, couldn't you?
Misinformation is subjective in lots of areas, isn't it?
Well, then get around the subjective part, because you're actually reading it through a secondary subjective source, you prat.
Whose misinformation?
Oh, well, definitely your editors.
Misinformation
Jesus Christ, stop with the cuts. I'm going to get epilepsy.
Usually means, customarily, and certainly these days means, we want to censor particular aspects of the debate. That's what...
Bullshit. Misinformation means, first of all, you're talking about the removal of disinformation. Disinformation is active. Misinformation is a fucking accident. You're misinformed. You happen to think that squirting horse paste up your fucking bum will save you from cancer. Well, it fucking well won't. And no matter how many times you've read it on a goddamn QAnon Reddit thread. So that's why they push back against it. They've got scientists come on and go, don't squirt horse paste up your ass, you bastard.
What the powerful have always offered. We'll keep you safe, give us your money through taxes, and...
What are you talking about? You're talking about big tech, fucko. Give us your money through taxes. What are you talking... What? Is there a version of government that doesn't fucking tax you? That exists on the fucking planet right now? Even in China.
Do as you're told. There's nothing new going on here.
There's a lot going on new. That's why it's big tech and not big rock and wooden stake.
That's the traditional...
It's big freight train, big coal shovel.
Relationship between the sovereign and the governed.
It's totally a big difference, you know, because the sovereign are up here. Well, we don't have a sovereign because we're a fucking democracy over here. I'm an American. I know I don't sound like it, but trust me.
The irony is saying people are dying because of misinformation is in itself misinformation.
No, it isn't. He's talking about hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin and people not getting fucking vaccinated. He's talking about specifically during the Delta wave, you bastard.
Because it's a reductive simplification full of biases in...
Fuck you! You're reading a reductive simplification, fucko. Get Obama's statement and do your own fucking take on it. This asshole's literally reading someone else's fucking take.
Intended to direct you to a certain set of decisions.
Which is what that article is. You are digesting someone. Someone has fucking bathed this into your mouth like a fucking mother bird.
And also to enhance the power of already powerful big tech groups.
Oh, you mean like the website Reclaim the Net that believes that this is how things are and just wants to... By the way, they got a lovely logo. I like it. It's not fascist or creepy at all. Obama continued to say that the profound change that's taken place in how we communicate and consume information is one of the greatest threats to democracy. Oh, it's weird. Is that how he said it? Is that what they said? Look at that. Is one of the great... And I don't know. Why does the quote end there? One would think this would be the part. Is that what he said? Is that how he said it? Gee, I wonder.
Obama continued to say that the profound change that's taken place in how we communicate and consume information is one of the greatest threats to democracy. Bloody hell.
Yeah, bloody hell. I can't believe he said that when he didn't say it.
Democracy ain't in great shape.
Yeah, coming from an asshole who doesn't think it should exist, who lives under a monarchy. Go fuck yourself.
I tell you, and it's not been in great shape for a long while. Democracy is not like, we've got democracy, but by God, it's under siege. Democracy is a total mess. Lobbying,
Yeah, what? I mean, do you even like it? Who the fuck wants democracy? This is what happens when you get... I mean, you'd be better off with kind of a fiefdom and serfdom.
Congress people investing in stocks of companies that they regulate. The corruption is mental. It's endemic. It's out of control.
No, it's not. And yet it still functions.
It's catastrophic. It's not, look, we've got democracy. It's all right. Just don't say nothing mad on the internet about Russia or that. We're just holding on to it. It's a catastrophe.
Yes, democracy is a catastrophe. Great. From the asshole who lives under a monarchy. What he's basically saying, ladies and gentlemen, if I may paraphrase him the way that he's paraphrasing Obama, is that the whole fighting of the Revolutionary War was for naught. We would have been better off staying under the king.
It needs radical redressing. We're not talking about reform and preservation and conservation anymore. We're talking about what kind of radical changes are we going to undertake now in order to save the planet, to save ourselves and save our souls.
Right. And I'm sorry, what non-democratic society on the planet is even having that fucking conversation for real? Please tell me about recycling in China.
And if people aren't giving you that, they're giving you misinformation.
What? I don't even know what the fuck you said.
Social media platforms aren't just our window to the internet, they serve as our primary source of news and information. No one tells us that the window is blurred, subject to unseen distortions and subtle manipulations. We do, we tell you that all the time. We
Yeah, you're one of them.
tell you that every single day.
Yeah, but it's not so subtle. I mean, I'll basically, you know what you said? I'll read what someone said you said instead of reading what you said, and then I'll tell people what you meant by what you said when I read it from someone who said what you said. See? That's not blurry. That's not misinformation. It's sort of like the unvarnished truth because I've shaved it down and turned it into a pile of wood.
It's happening right now. Obama said that social media companies need to be regulated, including being held responsible for content posted by users. Elon Musk bought Twitter. Right, make social media companies responsible.
Is that what he said? Is that the exact quote? There weren't quotes around that part. Any of it. Not even maybe the and. Did he say the and? Did he say social media in... Like, he might have said media and social in the opposite direction. You could just put quotes and put them back, and put a little asterisk. Tell me later.
Right now, I am up for regulation of big businesses generally speaking.
As long as it doesn't fuck with how I make money, which of course is these troll farms in Macedonia flood me with Saudi money, and that keeps us afloat right here. And I can pretend that I'm, just speaking my own truth.
The incredible ability to generate profits, the ability to not pay tax, the ability to obfuscate and mask their actions and intentions.
The ability to pay $800 for a shawl made of burlap just so you can complete your Jesus costume.
But what this is talking about is the ability to control the public sphere, the ability to control the public conversation, the ability to crush...
He was actually having this conversation in public.
...dissent. That's what this is.
Is it? Is it?
Is not about helping you.
No, it's not. Are you sure? Are you certain? Are you talking about what he actually said? Are you talking about what somebody said he actually said? Or are you translating what somebody said he said?
This is about preventing you participating as an autonomous, free individual in the conversation about your lives and your culture.
Mine?
Why don't they point out that big tech also harvests and controls your data, steals your data, and in collaboration with the government...
Yeah, do you like that? If you don't, leave a comment below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so I can capture your analytics. And also thumbs up, and you can join our membership thing. And go to my other site where I'll teach you to meditation exercises to get rid of the anxiety that I've given you. And also sign up for our newsletter because I don't sell the services that are in it. The company that I do my newsletter through does that. And then I get a kickback.
Seeks to modulate and control your behavior. No one's seeking to control that aspect of big tech.
No, it seems like that's part of the conversation.
That's the profitable aspect of big tech, where big tech gets to steal from you, give to the government. It's been proven, it's been demonstrated.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You know what I mean?
It's been shown again and again.
Oh yeah, Parler, Gab, Getter. I've seen it all. Yeah. Truth Social, selling everything about you.
No one's interested in that. Where's that speech?
Yeah, where is it? Where's that speech? I mean, it's been had, but it's not in this paper, right?
If we do nothing, I'm convinced that the trends we are seeing will get worse, he said. Without some standards, the implications of this technology for our elections, for our legal system, for our democracy, which I want to control absolutely, and I don't.
Yeah, Obama's always been a hyper-authoritarian. It must be that whole grown-up black in Chicago thing. You know what I mean? It turns them into, like, tyrants. It's weird. I mean, how do they avoid it?
When any dissent in for rules of evidence for our entire social order are frightening and profound. Wouldn't you feel a lot more confident?
No, I would feel more confident if you finish reading, because there's no quote end on that. And I need to know whether or not you're finishing a quote or you're interrupting it in the center, or if it's no longer a quote.
In Barack Obama, if he went out and goes, listen, I know we've done all sorts of shady stuff. You only need to look at what's happening with Assange right now. The dude's going to be extradited. Snowden's.
Who? Assange? I don't know who Assange is. And I'm sorry, who? Who? You mean Assange?
And all sorts of shady stuff. You only need to look at what's happening with Assange right now.
Yeah, Assange. I mean, sure, there's a shit ton of edits in this, but why take that out? Assange. What about Snowden?
Now the dude's going to be extradited. Snowden's still banged up in Russia.
Is he still banged up in Russia? Is he banged up? Oh shit. Are you getting some, Russell? Are you getting some inside information? Has Snowden been beaten and jailed? It sounds like you know a little more. You got an inside track in Russia, do you? He's banged up in Russia. Well, how'd he get there? Oh, right. Glenn Greenwald and those bastards dropped him off. And he hasn't tweeted since fucking February. It's May 2nd, you bastard.
Simply for revealing the true nature of government power and our
Is that why? Is that why he's there? Just he just revealed the true nature? Is that what he did? Because he had 2 other fucking laptops with the actual code that he went straight to China and then to Russia with. And he's been living there ever since. Nobody knows what the fuck's happened to him since, because apparently he's not against the Ukraine, he's not for the Ukraine invasion, and so he's just fucking vanished. And his last tweet was really fucked up. I don't know if you've seen this, Russell. I don't know if you've seen this. Perhaps he has. Let's find out. I don't know. I'm going to look up something for you, Russell. I think you're going to like it. I think so. Let's see. Snowden. Maybe he's tweeted since. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe today's the day. Perhaps. Who can say? Where is he? That's the thing. That's the... Where is he? April 27th. Let's go. Snowden is in Russia. Has not tweeted since... There we go. Where'd he go? Just in. Snowden and John have launched Zcash. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Where's his account? Why is his account's just not on anymore? What's happening? Let's see. There we go. Let's see. There you go. Here he is. Here's his Twitter feed. Still on. Hasn't been kicked off. That's nice. Isn't that nice? Look at that. There's his last tweet. What does it say? I'm not suspended from the ceiling above a barrel of acid by a rope that burns a little faster every time I tweet, you concerned trolling ghouls. I've just lost any confidence that I had sharing my thinking on this particular topic continues to be useful because I called it wrong. I called it wrong. The last one before that, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Putin, I guess it's like this. Putin begins his address to the nation regarding his decisions on Donbass. He retweeted that, and then he tweeted, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. And then he didn't tweet for 6 fucking days. Oh, yeah, free press can only be good or bad. Without freedom of the press will never be anything but bad. As someone called worse things by bigger names, lawsuits against newspapers over hurt feelings, even false claims are not the answer. We won't fix people with harm. So it's just like rando stored tweet that he'd written about Rittenhouse. And then, police officer stopped me this morning in my hotel. This is Scott Olsen in Ottawa. It was about the truckers, right? He was writing about the trucker convoys. And then Kent State, and then he's gone. I got it wrong. He got it so wrong. What did he get wrong? It's pretty cryptic, wouldn't you say there, Russell?
liaison with big tech companies. Furthermore, it's pretty clear that stuff did go on with that Hunter Biden laptop.
Oh, it's interesting that he checked over to his left. That's weird. What you're looking at there, Russell?
Companies.
Don't forget to mention Hunter Biden's laptop. There's somebody standing right over where I am going, don't forget to mention the Hunter Biden laptop.
Furthermore, it's pretty clear that stuff did go on with that Hunter Biden.
Yeah, furthermore, Hunter Biden laptop. Okay.
Laptop, and we weren't entirely transparent about that.
Oh, yeah? You know, it is transparent. The Hunter Biden laptop, because nobody can fucking see it. It's like fucking Wonder Woman's airplane.
A little bit of misinformation went on there. I'm also concerned, though, about your health. Because then immediately I might start listening because there's some transparency, there's some accountability, some openness, rather than just trotting out a respected statesman and former official who, in my opinion, squandered that moment of hope and
did he?
Change by simply doing what people in that position have always done, bailing out big banks, going to war in countries that may or may not have resources, and then...
Is that what he did? Going to war in countries that may or may not have resources? Well, do they? I guess is part of the question. But secondarily, you mean not getting us out, because he didn't go in.
Turning up 10, 15 years later to offer us more of the same.
10, 15 years later?
and saying it's for our benefit. We've already seen what it looks like when this dude's in charge. Tech platforms need to accept that they play a unique role in how we as a people and people around the world are consuming
Oh, so that part you were reading before wasn't part of a quote. I see.
information, and that their decisions have an impact on every aspect of society. With that power comes accountability. Yeah.
Right, like Spider-Man.
Yeah, indeed. And in democracies like ours, at least the need for some democratic oversight.
Yeah, democratic oversight.
Obama singled out former Trump advisor Steve Bannon and Russia's President Vladimir Putin as people who have leveraged misinformation. I'm not saying that Trump or Bannon or Putin are great guys, but I'm saying that
But I'm saying their check's clear, and that's all that matters.
would accept critiques of those individuals more heartily and readily from someone that was willing to be open and transparent and indeed accountable about their own shortcomings, about their own evident failings. And unless this report didn't include...
Why the fuck? Didn't include what? Didn't include what? Parts of where Obama said nobody's perfect or something like that, right? We all have shortcomings, some shit like that. Is that what happened? You bastard. Hold on, back
about
up.
their own shortcomings, about their own evident failings. And unless this report didn't include it, and I didn't do my research...
Okay, I'm fucking done. Like, we know he didn't watch the fucking video. We know he didn't read the whole fucking speech. They handed him an article. He's reacting to it. And he couldn't give a fuck. And he's like, I don't think Steve Bannon, Putin, and Donald Trump are good guys. I'm not here to... Well, he didn't say that. He said, I'm not here to defend them. But Obama better come clean about what a shitty president he is, or why should I listen to him about Steve fucking Bannon? Good fucking Lord. Bye. It just gets dull after a while. Like, it's one of those videos that should be 8 minutes long with all the goddamn edits. That's 17 minutes. I don't care. And nothing was taken out of context, for the record. I just bailed out because it was boring. I went over tonight anyways by a half hour. So I point of privilege, Your Honor. And I've still got a shelf to finish building. So I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. I don't have a morning show tomorrow. I go to the gym on Tuesdays. And I will see you guys later on. Take care of yourself and take care of somebody else. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give a thumbs up. Support the show in any way that you can. Maybe, consider becoming look, my camera gets knocked. I have to tighten the thing on there. See that little crack over there? I'll fix it. There we go. I gotta tighten that thing up. Right. I modified it. I lowered the camera and did some stuff, and it feels better, but I still got work to do. But in the process, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you so much. There were 666 people in the chat, so please consider giving $6.66 as a super chat. If you're watching this later, there's a little gift button, I think, now that you can give and support the show that way if you're not around or whatever. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon. And remember, if anybody is telling you not to vote, they don't have your best interests at heart. They're trying to destroy you. Period. End of story.